A study showed that CFS can erase your sense of self so much that people said their old identity felt like a past life. For the last 5 years, I've supported clients to use simple but empowering steps to reconnect with themselves again. So in this video, I'll show you what those steps are and how you can gently start to reconnect with yourself. To start, let me show you how becoming disconnected from yourself starts and how you can use this knowledge in a unique way to kickstart the process of reconnection. So imagine this room is you. At first, it's brightly lit. You can see yourself clearly. But then fatigue sets in and the light dims a little. Then work gets harder. You can't keep up. Things drop out of your life as you try to cope and the light fades again. You stop going out with friends and friendship starts slipping away. Your diet changes, so eating out goes out the window. You're doing more things to do with your health, so hobbies, interests, sports, laughter and fun fall off. More of the light disappears until one day you're sitting in a room that's so dark you barely recognize yourself anymore. It's lonely, confusing, and you wonder if you'll ever find your way back. And that hurts, that ache of loss. It keeps us stuck, wandering in the dark. But here's where things can start to shift if you know how to approach it. We start by acknowledging, but it's not about sitting in that dark room forever staring at everything you've lost. That only keeps you stuck in what I call the pit of despair. It's where you keep comparing your today's self with your more vibrant, healthy you of the past. And here's the problem. The pit doesn't motivate you, it stresses you. You pile on pressure, stress, and dissatisfaction, which really only keeps you spinning your wheels. The thing is, true acknowledgement isn't about reliving the loss over and over. It's about gently turning your attention to what's still there and what could be next. And then really setting an intention to proceed with the past in your rearview mirror. Letting it be a source of learning, but not determining your next steps. Because the thing is, even in the dimness, there's still part of you here waiting to be rediscovered. So the question shifts to, not how do I get back to who I was, but who am I now and what small sparks of the emerging me can I notice today? And that shift from dwelling in loss to curiosity about your present self is really where reconnection begins. So if you can take some deep breaths now, if you like, and say to yourself, this is where I find myself. And I admit that it's hard. Still, I choose to allow it to be what it is and open myself to curiosity about who I might be now, carrying all the wisdom I've gained through this journey. There may be some resistance to this, but that's okay. Acknowledge that too, but if you can, let your curiosity lead you forward. Once curiosity returns, it's easier to try new things without pressure or overwhelm. And I'm going to show you how to do this in a way that not only kickstarts the process of reconnection, but helps you build momentum in a way that's not overwhelming. This isn't about flipping all the lights on overnight. Instead, it's about taking gentle, intentional steps and choosing each day just to move a little closer to who you really are. So how do you choose things to start experimenting with that bring you back to yourself again without feeling overwhelmed? Well, I was housebound for part of my CFS journey, which meant that the things I used to enjoy, live music, dancing, going out to eat, long walks, these were out of my reach until I felt a lot better. So I had to get creative if I ever wanted to start feeling more like myself. To keep things simple, I created my easy criteria so you can easily choose something that starts the reconnection process. The first criteria is easy. Surprisingly, make whatever you choose something that doesn't require a lot of planning. Make it too big and you risk getting overwhelmed with organizing things and not taking action. The next criteria is accessible. So what you choose has to be something that meets you where you're at, doesn't require you to draw on lots of energy, or is potentially emotionally uncomfortable. And small, this is the first step. So we're going for something that can be built upon. This is not the time to throw yourself in the deep end. For many, that can risk a crash. And finally, yes, something is easy for you to say yes to on a regular basis. For me, this was playing music on Spotify. It brought back memories, lifted my mood, and really reminded me of who I was beyond the illness. This hobby was my companion through the ups and downs, and it really gave me a lot of joy and emotional support along the way. What you decide to do is really as unique as you. I've got clients who design interiors, draw, listen to audio books, spend time with their pets, sit in nature. But what if you feel like there's always so much to do for self-care that you don't have time or energy for anything else? If it feels like your daily routines are taking over your life, watch this video next where I'll show you how to simplify things and still reconnect with what matters to you.